training on culture without the ability to directly impact practices or to impact the ecosystem structure of the organization, right? It's really, really difficult place to be. The kind of the underlying hypothesis, though, is that if we changed the culture, right, and we got people to think and act and behave in a more agile way, then they would be more likely to do the practices. And then if they did the practices of Scrum, Scrum would expose the impediments, right, which is really kind of the structure conversation. We don't have complete cross-functional teams. We can't deploy on a regular cadence. We don't have a product owner. So, you know, all kinds of thousands of things that get in the way of being able to do Scrum kind of structurally. The idea is if I could change the culture, people would want to do the practices. They'd be patient enough with the practices to allow the practices to expose the impediments. And then over time, right, the organization would become high performing. Maybe, maybe not, right? Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. It depends upon the complexity of the enterprise. There's a lot of large, you know, Fortune 100 type organizations that we go into. They're doing pharmaceuticals or automotive or financial services, where they're just built on just gigantic monoliths of code and tons of governance and tons of financial controls and stakeholder reviews and all kinds of different things. I'm not saying that Scrum or SAFe won't show you those impediments and won't highlight them and won't make them painful. But the reality is that they require investment. And sometimes what we're talking about over here will actually cause the organization to be less functional if those impediments are in place, because a lot of that command and control behavior and a lot of that structure and governance was really put in place to be able to deal with the impediments over here, okay? And so starting here, you're making a really big leap of faith to think that that's gonna get you here and that's gonna get you here.